When the woman discovered an unfamiliar lipstick mark on her husband's collar, and also smelled a perfume scent that did not belong to her, the woman let out a gentle smile. She did not expose him. Instead, she continued to praise her husband as a good man. In fact, the woman had long known that her husband had betrayed her. Moreover, the mistress was a mountain girl whom the woman had supported for many years. Now, the girl has used her husband's resources to become a celebrity in the entertainment industry. She even aspired to replace the woman as the CEO's wife. In order to assert her dominance over the woman, the mistress continuously shared stories of her affection with the man, and even claimed that a single phone call could summon the man away. Since the woman did not reply, the mistress sent the man 2 sexy photos. After seeing them, the man could no longer contain himself. He lied, claiming that something urgent had come up at the company, and hurriedly left. He completely failed to notice the unusual expression on his wife's face. At that moment, the mistress sent another message mocking the woman, asserting that her husband would not be able to return home tonight, although the woman had already decided to let go. Seeing that the man who once belonged to her was being taken away by the mistress, she still could not help but be heartbroken. Disheartened, she went to a fake death service company, determined to use a fake death to start a new life abroad with her 2 children. When the husband returned from a date, he found that the wife had a high fever, and immediately, out of concern, took her to the hospital, staying by her bedside the whole time instead of meeting the mistress. Unexpectedly, the mistress thought this was the woman's retaliation, and incessantly called the man. The man warned the mistress not to harass his family. However, the mistress deliberately sent a message to the woman, so that the woman could see scenes of her with the man. The mistress's provocation ignited the woman's fighting spirit, so she decided on the spot to send a gift to both her husband and the mistress. That night, after returning home, she secretly painted a gigantic portrait for herself, wondering what expression her husband would have when he saw it after her fake death. At that moment, the person in charge of the fake death script called to say that everything had been arranged. 3 days later, the woman could complete the final act with her 2 children. In order to add more dramatic tension to this act, the woman continued to wholeheartedly play the role of the good wife, even suggesting that her husband join her in picking up and dropping off their son at school. Naturally, the man complied with every request, but the mistress, upon learning of this, became extremely jealous, and even started a live stream of herself dancing online. Seeing this, the man immediately abandoned the children, and turned around to watch the mistress's live stream with great interest, and soon he stopped pretending altogether, and went straight to the balcony to chat on the phone with the mistress. Even his son noticed that something was wrong with his father. The woman realized that her husband was about to meet his mistress again, and reminded the children not to stop him if he needed to leave shortly. After the man left with the 2 children, the mistress sent another message, saying that as long as the man came to the company tomorrow, she would have a way to prevent him from coming home. The next day, the woman arrived at the company with her 2 children, curious to see what trick the mistress had up her sleeve to keep her husband from coming home. As she was about to enter the office, she discovered that the door was locked from the inside, and an assistant handed her the key.